If you're looking to increase your club head speed and your distance, this is the video for you, because today I'm going to show you 5 exercises you can do in the gym to increase your power, speed, and strength. Guys, welcome back to the channel. This is the Macro Golf YouTube channel. I'm Joe, founder of Macro Golf, and today I'm going to show you 5 exercises that you can do in the gym or add to your current gym routine to start to increase your speed and power for more club head speed and distance in your golf game. So we're going to take you through these 5 exercises. I'm going to show you a full demonstration of each of these exercises, show you exactly how to do them. I'm going to show you exactly what kit you're going to need, and I'm going to basically walk you through this exercise so you know you're doing it to the best of your ability and you're going to get the most from this exercise as well. So we should 5 different exercises. Probably going to need to be in the gym to do some of these, but you can also do some of these from home as well if you've got some equipment. So the main equipment we're going to need is a kettlebell, and we're also going to need some kind of slam ball or something we can pick up and throw on the ground. Okay, so if you have those at home, great, you can do this from home. If you don't, you're going to need to do this in the gym or wherever you do your exercise at the moment. We're going to take you through the 5 exercises. We're going to show you exactly how to do them. And then we'll also, at the end of this video, go talk through how we would recommend you start to integrate these into your workout plan, or how to build your own workout plan to integrate these in. Remember, if you haven't already, you can click it down below and you can do your Macro Golf performance audit, where you can start to see if speed, power, distance is something that's holding you back from shooting your lowest golf scores. Here we go. So we're going to jump straight into our 5 exercises, and we're going to join us back here to debrief on what we've learned today. This is our ground force reaction slam. So from here, we're going to start to feel the ground, and we're going to start to feel the pressures in the floor as we start to work side to side. So I've got the med ball here, starting to feel the pressures, and as we're going to work up into the top of a backswing, we're then going to slam the ball down as we work through into the ground and lift up the other side. So you can do it like this. I'm going to take my time, start to feel the pressures, and then I'm going to work up into a backswing and slam the ball down. You can see as I push into the floor, that's when the ball starts to work down to the ground. So we're trying to create this opposite powers of lifting up and slamming down. Working into the ground, shift, lift, and slam. This is our ground force reaction sway. For this, we're going to need quite a heavy ball, and we're going to start to feel the ground work from side to side, and we're just going to feel this ball start to sway as we go. It's a really good way for us to start to understand how the body starts to move, and you'll see here that my pressure into the ground starts before the ball moves in that direction. So I'm trying to get a feel for how my body works on a pendulum from left to right. I can increase height, I can work more in one way, or I can work more through the other way. Essentially, I'm just trying to time up my body's ground reaction force to the turn in my torso. This is our box back 90-degree box jump. So for here, we're taking our normal 90-degree box jump, which would be working in this fashion, very relevant to our golf swing. But the difference here is we're starting to move this box a little bit further behind us. The reason for that is what we see in the golf swing is we don't only produce weight going forwards and to the side, but we also need to get this rotation working through this lead side. So we don't actually jump forwards this way. We would essentially be jumping back this direction. So the way we're going to do that is we'll take our typical box. Normal box jump, I'd be in front of it, jumping onto the box here. And I'm now going to move this box so it's now just behind my heels. Now it's going to feel quite scary to start off with. So if you want, you can start a little bit closer and jump up, and then just slowly start to creep yourself a little bit forward. But as you'll see, as you do this here, my movement now has to be up and around. I can't jump forwards and thrust towards it. I'm having to jump back, round, and up. So I'm going to come from here. I've got to be thinking about it. And what it's going to allow me to do is it's going to allow me to really feel like I need to generate a lot of backwards force, drive into the ground, and lift myself up through my left toe. So you can come a little bit closer if you're feeling a bit scared. When you're feeling more confident, we can start to move further and further away. And we're definitely thinking more about being able to work backwards rather than a height. So we're thinking more about going back, back with a lot of power. And what you start to feel as you do this, you'll have to really start to generate a lot of downwards force, backwards force, and drag. It's going to take a lot of momentum if you start bringing yourself back onto this box. This is our kettlebell lateral raise. For this, we're going to start to use the ground, start to use our ground reaction forces, and start to understand how we can start to create some pressure through the floor that's going to transfer through the body and eventually end up in the kettlebell. So it means that we can actually lift a weight that's going to be a little bit heavier than what we would normally do to do a normal lateral raise. So this is a 12 kilo weight here. This is probably kind of like a limit that I would be able to kind of just lift out to the side. So it's probably a little bit too light for me to do this exercise, but I'm gonna use it here to do the demonstration. So we're gonna find a weight that's gonna be a little bit heavier than what you normally use. And we're gonna start to feel the body's ability to start to get this thing to swing like a pendulum. So it's always how I recommend starting this movement, by just feeling the foot pressures in the ground and feeling your body's ability to start to get this thing to work. Now, eventually, as we start to increase the power, you can see how I can start to bring this weight almost up to shoulder height. I'm using the right hand behind me here to kind of stop it working too far this way. I'm using it just to propel slightly through the bottom half of the movement. But essentially, as it comes back, I'm pushing hard into the ground on the left side, pushing up through this left side, and then using the momentum to lift the weight through. So we rock, we push hard into the ground and lift this thing up. And what you'll find is the harder I push into the ground on my left side, the more the weight will rise up. No more effort through the shoulder, more effort through the floor, lift this weight higher. Very relevant for a lot of the work we see in the goal swing, a lot of the work we see in ground reaction force in the goal swing, is allowing us to start to generate more power from the floor to produce more power into the club head. So there are your 5 exercises, 5 power exercises for extra swing, speed, power, and distance. Hopefully you enjoyed those exercises. You've got a good understanding of what you need to do now and how you're going to start to go and execute these. So the way that we would recommend you program these into your workout plan at the moment is we quite like doing the power work at the start of the session. So we would go through our full warm up and then we would do our power work, and we'd even sometimes combine these with the strength exercise. So say, for example, if you're doing some med ball slams, you can combine these either with maybe the squat or with a deadlift or with a bench press, some kind of standard strength exercise, and you can combine these as a superset. So you'd perform one set of your strength exercise and then go straight into one set on your power exercise, or pick one of these power exercises that you've learned from today. Here we're working on some strength to power combination, and we can see that we get kind of a little bit more from our power work when we do it in this kind of combination. What we find is if we do the power work towards the end of the workout, sometimes we're a little bit tired, sometimes the brain gets a little bit fatigued, and we don't quite get the most from our power sessions. So we always recommend bringing these to the start of the session and doing it this way. Or alternatively, you can actually program a full day for power work when you're working through all of these movements and you start to do some kind of low rep range strength work along with these power exercises. So that's how we would recommend you start to do that. If you need help with that, this is what the Macro Golf app looks like. We've already programmed all of this out for you. So go into the Macro Golf app, you can see all the plans we put together. I'd probably recommend starting with the power plan. You can pick whether you want to do that from home or whether you want to do that in the gym. And you can go through and see the full workout with all these demonstrations or the videos as well. So I hope you enjoyed that video. Hope you learned something from today's video. Remember to subscribe to the channel, like the video, that really helps me out. And I'll see you guys on the next video.